in this video, I have a saying about giving a rat's ass that's kind of funny. That how can you give a rat's ass? The ass of the rat isn't yours to give, so let the rat keep his ass. Or you can pick up a rat and hand him to somebody else's ass first, and yes, you're giving a rat's ass. And if the other person wants to accept the rat ass first, to give a rat's ass, you're sort of offering up the rat's ass, and it's up to the other person if he wants to accept. So I'll have another saying too, that in some certain things, that if a rat's ass should really be offered or even given about a particular subject. So that's what I say about tolerance to a certain thing. You can say sometimes you give a shit. There's some and I also have a thing where I say there's certain aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck. It's not that I don't give a shit or give a fuck. It's there's some aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck that I don't give a shit or a fuck about. And at any given time, when and where should a rat's ass be given, or a fuck be given, or a shit be given, or even offered? You know what I mean? See, in this video, I think Rand Paul has every right to question things. And this one, these right here, you gotta laugh at this. The biased media, just because they say so, you gotta really laugh at this media bias here, just because you question this bullshit here, what it's called, transphobic now. Just anything you question any kind of a way involving minors and young kids and everything. Oh, that's a card they play all the time too. Alright, what's up, yins guys? Time for another video. I was back and forth on whether I wanted to do a video on this topic, since I saw so many YouTubers doing it already, which I subscribe to, and they're all doing it. I don't want to look like, oh, doing it because they're doing it, but I've been talking about it anyway and posted stuff on it, so my opinion, yeah, Rachel, formerly Richard Levine, yeah, Woman of the Year, you fucking shitting me? If they want to turn themselves into another gender, it's entirely their business, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to deny them that, but yeah, in my state, Pennsylvania, our Governor Wolf was real proud of himself for putting he/she on TV every time during the damn pandemic, if you will. You couldn't turn the fucking TV on without this person on TV telling us to wear a mask or whatever the hell. But then, like, our president now that got in, made them in charge of the health department of the federal government. These people in charge of somebody like us in charge of the health department and want to tell you about your kid's health, and literally preaching about what do you call it, hormone blockers for kids, and tell them and that it's okay to change their gender. And by the way, a YouTube video, I'll show you a picture of it, like when I splice it into this video. There was a YouTube video about Rand Paul getting in the debate with he/she and asking Levine if they were aware that the World Health Organization is set against body mutilations of young children. And, well, anyway, Levine wouldn't answer any of Rand Paul's questions. There were times I disliked Rand Paul years ago. I heard some stuff about him, but I'm on Rand Paul's side about this shit. I think it's disturbing that in that one video, Levine refused to answer questions. Just like the YouTuber, I'm one of my all-time favorite YouTubers on my list too, who became one of my all-time favorite YouTubers, Odin's Men. And I think he got another channel now. He just did a video on this subject here. And,
he got like a lot of his own takes on it. I was trying to remember a quote that he did a pretty damn good quote about this. That it's he had a lot of good quotes on a lot of things anyway. But yeah, if they want to change their gender, it's up to them. But I think it's damn disturbing that these people want to get their people in the public schools. And like I said, my philosophy: if somebody in the school identifies as some other gender, all you need to in school, whether you like it or not, is don't bully, don't beat them up or threaten to murder them or any bad stuff like that. Don't commit aggravated assault, like no bullying, and that's all. But if it gets to a point where they want to teach your kids and covertly and discreetly coach your kids at a real young age at freaking kindergarten and to try to coach them into identifying as something else. And now they're talking about putting mind-altering drugs in kids and suggesting you should put, what do you call it, is it hormone blockers or puberty blockers until they, there's all these other YouTube stories. That's child abuse. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. That's just a sarcasm. Not sorry. I think parents ought to fight that shit the whole way around. And either take the kids out of the public schools, or if any public schools endorses teaching, the kids should snub it, heckle the shit in class, or outright refuse to go to the class. I mean, like I said, all you need, if any of the teaching is of endorsing any kind of anything that's endorsed beyond, telling people don't bully or beat them up, say somebody is another gender. Anything beyond that, you don't need it. But if somebody else is it's their own damn choice, and you can't do nothing about it. Say they're not minors anymore. They make the choice, so that gender change is made available to them. They made that choice. If they change their mind someday, they gotta live with it. Guess what? You know what I mean? But I do not condone any of that crap. I notice a lot of times now it's being forced down people's throat. It becomes, tolerate it. I mean, it's reasonable to tell people don't do anything that's against the law, don't commit aggravated assault, don't bully, don't beat anybody up. But now they want to teach your kids that it's completely okay to actually want to surgically change their gender, or being given drugs, like whatever you call them, for whichever gender they want to be, everything from some kind of puberty blockers to other kind of whatever, injecting shit into the bodies of kids that we weren't born with it. We weren't meant to have that shit put into anybody. They want to damn brainwash damn people from a younger age. Make everybody the same and make everybody equal. Bring everybody down to the same level by indoctrinating the next generation. And then I think if like you and your kids ain't on board with this shit, you want to take kids out of this school or whatever, you might actually get harassed. So you got to actually go to whatever places, take it to whatever court and fight that shit big time. Hey, you don't want to deny somebody else's choice, but don't force it down anybody else's throat. But Woman of the Year, yeah, right. I think Levine is just some kind of like a narcissistic, like a big time narcissistic sociopath, a narcissopathy, a narciso-sociopath, using their authority to force their crap on other people. Maybe discreetly practicing revenge politics and getting even in politics and taking it beyond their personal right to be whatever the hell. That's all I'm saying. If there's a difference between somebody else's personal choice, then if it goes um, in any way, shape, or form under the guise of tolerance, trying to re-indoctrinate or coach people's or brainwash people's kids, there should be a line somewhere, and it should be called out. That's what I'm saying. I don't care. Your kids are not the property of the state, and they don't have every little say. They should not. They have not. They should not have say in how you want to raise your kids. Even though I can't stand a lot of religion based on TV religion, but religious convictions that you have or any beliefs that are against your beliefs, I mean, you should have the right to reject certain things without being accused of persecuting somebody else for their choice, right? But yeah, I gotta say, it's disturbing and creepy that there might come a time if you and your kids are not on board with this new normal they're teaching, and if you're not on board with allowing your kids to be brainwashed this way, um, you're not on board with anybody making it a law and forcing parents to have their kids being brainwashed into this garbage, then they're going to eventually have the cops get the health department on you, have the cops come to your house and throw you in a cage and kidnap your kids and throw you in a cage and accuse you of child abuse or whatever the fuck. Yeah, that shit is eventually coming. People should smartly rebuke this bullshit. Separating somebody from their own personal choice just because they're in charge of some fucking health department or health secretary or whatever the hell. They have the right to force anything down anybody else's throat and turn parents into criminals or whatever the hell. I mean, that shit is coming, so it should be actually smartly rebuked. See, in this video, I think Rand Paul has every right to question things. And this one, these right here, you gotta laugh at this. The biased media, just because they say so, you gotta really laugh at this media bias here, just because you question this bullshit here, what it's called, transphobic now. Just anything you question any kind of a way involving minors and young kids and everything. Oh, that's a card they play all the time too.